that. We can get into that video. Let's kick it off. This could be a big stream today.
Oh yeah.
Important stream. Let's kick it off. We got the right. Yeah, kick it off with the right energy, don't we, Ray?
Woohoo! I'm here to support President Trump. You want to know why I'm here to support President Trump? Because they done did black men like this for decades. Make up charges and put them, so I know Trump is innocent. I support Trump against this corrupt, two-tiered justice system. That's why I'm here to show my support as a black man for Trump. And I'm wearing my shirt, Niggas for Trump 2024, and I mean that.
What do you think about the indictments?
Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's going around the country. You know, Fannie Willis, she went to school with my sister. She's full of shit. She was full of shit then. So she's a puppet for the white liberal that is controlling everything. She's in front, but the white liberal back there pulling those strings, telling her what to do.
Ooh.
That's what I think about her, making a fool of herself.
Ooh.
Do you think it's going to help his election?
Of course it is. It's going to elevate him all the way. I think we should make Trump king. That's how I feel. We should make him king.
Wouldn't that be like kind of like communistic?
No, that's nowhere near communist. Now, we just going to make him king, but we still got our freedoms and rights and everything. He for that. Yeah, Trump for king 2024.
That's actually my URL. I own that URL.
You own that URL?
Can I get your name?
Really? Oh, my name is Niggas for Trump 2024.
I can't
Derek
write that.
Gibson,
That's my nigga.
former
I can't write that on
candidate.
Twitter.
I'm a former candidate for New York State Governor. Derek Gibson, look me up. Nigga, I'm there. I live up to it too, boy. I can scrap too, but I can get down, boy. Not better, I can. I got a proven track record. You want to try me out? Try to take this shirt off. I'll give you some.
I need everybody off the roadway.
Sir,
I need everybody,
take care of yourself, brother.
off the roadway.
Niggas for Trump. That's how we start the energy today, Ray.
I'm gonna ask God for forgiveness after this episode, but that niggas for Trump, one of the funniest things I've ever said. So
How about we got to start our lives, every live like that, because you acting like you're the only one who's gonna have to ask God for forgiveness. Ray's like, please forgive me, God. This is gonna be a spicy live. We starting out with niggas for Trump. I can't lie.
I actually ordered the shirt. I ordered it.
Dope. Here's the thing. I don't like identitarianism because I criticize the blacks for Trump, and I'm not for it. I'm not even voting for Trump in 2024, and I love it. I don't know if you can call me a hypocrite or what. I love it, and I'm fully with it. I love it. I wouldn't buy it for myself, but I love it though.
Because
I'd like
fun.
buy it and just hang it up. You know.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it as like a trophy.
Oh, hilarious trophy to remember this time, because it really is a dark time, but we still gotta laugh, man. We gotta make through it with some laughs, and it's the way a common person, like a fellow citizen, can just destroy a narrative so plainly. It's just really comfortable. I watched the whole debate yesterday.
Yeah.
What that dude did there in that clip was more powerful than anything anyone did in that debate last night.
Yeah. So, and plus that guy was a former governor. Well, he wasn't he ran for governor in New York. Obviously, he was going to win for pretty obvious reasons, but you still get the gist of it. Like the guy's he's still going out there pushing what he needs to push.
Yes, he is, and I've seen some interviews with just regular people off the streets, even on mainstream media, where they try to back out the interview real quick because people are like, "These indictments, we all know it's nonsense. We all know it's bull."
Yeah.
Just normal people saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's so many more memes that you can make out there. Like here's the thing: I've already got my Trump mugshot on merchandise already. I already got mine made.
Oh, did you make your own?
Yeah.
Dope already. Yeah, everybody's making it. You know what? The memesters were ready. I want to give a shout out to, I've done it before, but we are living through times that will be looked back as legendary. The Dilly meme team. And I feel so grateful I was able to get an interview a while back with C3P Meme. He's now on the legendary meme team, and they don't do interviews, right? Because I reached out to them. I was like, can I talk to y'all? And they were like, they kind of don't want to do any interviews right now, and I don't blame them. Yeah. But They are legendary. Here's this meme. Catch this. We starting off with the right energy today. Take a look at this one here. Ramble Rants and the rest of the Dilly meme team.
Now I say is she a boat rigger, but fatty only make my lead bigger. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but fatty only make my lead bigger. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. 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 Fanita thought always at the beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, talk to Waka Flock, I could really do harm. For a case, I got a lot, I could blow up your spot like a bomb. But I'm looking for the one, have you seen her? She went and put my whole team under subpoena. Diva, Friday, Felicia, abort kids, and charge her to Donald Trump and niggas for bullshit. Indict Gucci Mane and chase her for some fame. She think it's all a game, for rap with no shame. She get up on TV, and you all know her name. If you're playing Fulton County, then you better get paid. You know why? Cause the DA corrupt, yo. From what I heard, Fatty got a baby by Mondo, and Loomis said she got a trapped house and a condo. She don't care whatever said, long as she clocked though. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. 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 13 counts, 13 counts. She getting paid to pounce and that for 13 counts. I know somebody paying top to charge whoever he says. Another DA in the pop that handle all of his biz. You will see her at the courthouse, call her Fatty Willis. Charge another rapper cause you know she out to get us. She even charge her president if you could pay the money. Election interference done, deal for the money. She walk around looking like Trap Pole with the money. She got a new week, got white pole with the money, money. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want D-Trump. We want D-Trump, yeah. It's something that you need to have. Cause when we get revenge, we gonna kick some ass. 13 counts, 13 counts. Got paid for every count, straight into bank accounts. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go
Where do
ahead,
these
get
people
down.
come up with these ideas?
Get down, girl, go ahead, get down.
Dilly meme team, Ramble Rants, Mags, Phantom Shadow, Machiavelli memes. These are like legendary C3P memes, legendary memesters, man. Meme fellas, Dilly meme team. All they are is they're just concerned citizens with some jokes. What's going to save us, Ray? Is it going to be the jokes that actually save this country?
That's the only thing that we can look forward to. The one that we can hope can. Now, is it guaranteed? No, but it's the only hope we have for it.
I really do. I mean, you might think I'm crazy. Comic Dave Smith released a special recently, and I loved it. I think it was a 30-minute. I was in the chat with them that it came out last week, I think, or I forget. Real recently. Yeah. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, because I wanted Comic Dave Smith to run for president.
Yep.
But I'm like, shoot, maybe the jokes are better. Oh, the Ray Studios, new gear, Ray Studios.
New gear, guys. I'm using the Trump mugshot for this new merchandise that I'm releasing. It's actually up on the Ray Studios merchandise store, so you can go buy it anytime you want to. It's called the Anti-Matrix Trump T-shirt. So, I had to pick up something creative that someone else hadn't thought of, and this is what I could think of, and that's what I went with.
Nice, man. I like it. I like it. Anti-Matrix. You got the mugshot on there.
Yeah.
Let's go. So how did they get to your store?
Spring.com. I can send you the link and you can put it in the chat if you want to.
Yeah, no, put it.
I actually rather have that instead of my my Rumble account. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let's get the link in the chat. We got hot new gear if you want to support. We out here grinding, no monetization, nothing. We appreciate we get super chats or ramble rants or whatever from time to time, but support Ray.
They're in the private chat. I sent it to you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm gonna put that in the regular chat as we go, man. This is a good time to come out with the gear, and we're gonna get into the. There's a lot that went on today. A lot.
Oh yeah, there was a whole lot that happened. Whole lot.
And it's one of those days where I was glued to Twitter as much as I could have all day. We watched the news unfold. The day started with kind of like review of the Tucker, Trump, and the debate. Me and Ray haven't talked about this, so we just on the spot. I don't know if you've seen any of them or you have any thoughts. That's
I've
how the
watched
day
both.
started. You watched both, so let's start with the debate. What did you think about the debate from last night?
I was partially wrong from my prediction from when I told you about it. My prediction originally was it was going to Vivek was going to win the debate, and Chris Christie would well, not Chris Christie, Mike Pence would be embarrassed, and everyone else there would just be along for the ride. I was partially wrong. It was Chris Christie who was embarrassed in that entire debate, and everyone else was just along for the ride. Well, DeSantis actually got embarrassed in that, from what I thought, because DeSantis he got destroyed not just by Vivek but by a few others as well. And do I have to agree that DeSantis did better than the rest other than Vivek? I actually would agree with that. I would give him the number 2 spot, but Vivek owned that entire debate, owned it. And like I said going into it, this entire thing was just for this entire debate was who was going to get to be the VP. Because guess what? The entire debate was just who was going to get the number 2 spot, the solid number 2. And the number 2 would almost certainly be Trump's VP for 2024. And in my opinion right now, Vivek is locked in that spot.
Yeah, my biggest winner from the debate it was, to me at least, a surprise. I actually think Nikki Haley was the winner from the debate. And she's not my cup of tea. So I'm not trying to condone her. But other than her neocon warmongering position and her Israel bootlicking positions, she actually was based. But even take that away, if I agree or disagree with her on those other issues, she was the strongest one up there. Vivek was great. He was the center of the debate because he was almost like the Trump proxy, and he was the leader. You could tell that he was the one. DeSantis was like a nobody. He wasn't. Nobody even really. Did people even really go at DeSantis? I think Chris Christie early. Nobody really even went at this, and that's not a good sign. Yeah. Nobody went at DeSantis because he's not worth going after.
Yeah, I tweeted I think it was during the debate that it was either during or just after it ended, where, like I said, DeSantis wishes he was Vivek because Vivek is what we all thought DeSantis was going to be.
I know that. How crazy is that? How far off was I off? I don't know if he would be all the way Vivek, but I thought he would agree with Vivek at least, but not really. Ryan Smars, friend of show, thanks everybody for stopping by. We're going to try to do this every night, 1 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. We'll see how that goes. Ryan Smars says Nikki Haley had a surprising strong show. Even whether you agree with her or not, I obviously do not agree with her on Ukraine or Israel. She had a strong showing. She was my surprise.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing before then I'll answer that question. I think I coined a phrase that I have not seen on the internet at all. That I coined just earlier today.
What's that?
Nigga MAGA. I'm thinking about getting that on a shirt, actually.
Nigga MAGA. It rolls off the tongue, man. I like that because one of the first things I saw, I think, was that niggas for Trump this morning, that shirt. So everybody was like, dang, that's a kind of because it's a lot. I don't know. It rings differently than blacks for Trump to me. It's like, I like using actually the N-word, nigga, on Twitter a lot. And it's partly because I can and you can't stop me. That's part of it. Part of it too is that it keeps people away who are, I would say, disingenuous.
Yeah.
So.
My friend Jordan, you actually replied to him a couple times on Twitter. He was saying that he's not supporting Trump, but he wants one of those shirts.
Same here. Yeah, I replied to him. I was like, I'm just like you on that. Well, let's see. Giovanna agrees with me. Giovanna says I can't stand Nikki, mostly because she's pro-Ukraine. Yep.
They were all pro-Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. She had a really good moment. Yeah, they're all pro.
Except Vivek. That's the only one.
Yep, he was the only one with courage up there, and he was. So when he said that y'all are bought and paid for, it rings true. There are questions about Vivek. Don't get me wrong, but from the substance standpoint, he was the by far the best substance wise, and I would say he was up. He probably beat Nikki Haley, but Nikki Haley was so strong, it was a surprise. So it kind of rose her up to me as far as like, okay, you gotta take her seriously.
She did better than I thought she would, but
Mm.
to say that she won the debate, I don't buy that one bit whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because Vivek destroyed her, and I think even DeSantis destroyed her throughout
Really?
that debate too. Yes.
See, the thing about DeSantis is his lines are, I don't know, the way he says stuff is so kind of corny, isn't it? It's just like, okay, there he goes
Christie
again.
was corny.
Yeah, let me talk about Chris Christie. What a disappointing. I don't know. He didn't eat his Wheaties that morning. I mean, I don't know what he chose to eat that morning, but I could tell when the debate started, he was off his game right away. I could tell. I mean, the first question was on the economy, and he wasn't ready to go at DeSantis. And you could tell from the beginning he's only there to go after Trump. And then Vivek was the Trump surrogate, basically, not literally, but so he was only really going after Vivek hard. He had the good line about Vivek. Remember the line? He was like, Vivek said, "Hey, I'm a whatever dark skin." I don't know if he said that, but funny guy with a funny name, funny last name. Then Chris Christie was like, the last guy who came up here talking about a funny last name was Barack Obama.
Yeah, but
So it was a good line.
I don't know. Vivek could, like I said, I don't trust anybody. So Vivek, of all people, he could be a new Obama. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a good line. And it was a good line because there's some truth to that. We don't know what he is. He could be just a good talker. But you're right. I think the problem with Christie was he's taking stances that are indefensible. So even a good debater isn't going to debate, like he's trying to debate Mike Pence doing the right thing, but he can't here's where Christie really showed how he was off. Where he was talking about the charges against Trump.
Yeah.
You notice in the debate, Chris Christie never said Trump did anything illegal or even close to it. He had to pivot over to, well, his conduct, the way he conducts himself is not worthy of the presidency. But he was asked about the charges, so he had to flip it over because he knows the charges are nonsense.
Yeah, so it was kind of embarrassing. I actually didn't know that part that Patrick David Betts said that that DeSantis and Christie were talking during the breaks. I had no idea about that.
I didn't hear that. What were they doing?
Apparently, from what Ryan's saying, Patrick David said they were talking during the breaks. So
was it friendly talking or?
I don't know. I didn't notice it, obviously, because they were on commercial break, but still, though.
Yeah, I didn't. I maybe they showed that. I don't know. I was listening to it on audio, so that actually isn't good to do. I was doing other stuff because you want to see their expressions and their facials. Because there was a moment that went viral about DeSantis that they said he was like trying to wave his hand to see if he could speak, and I didn't. I was just listening to it like a podcast. I never saw that. So it's not really good. You want to see what they look like on the stage. Did you see that moment, like where DeSantis? I heard he was kind of like waving it like a little kid, like, "Can I have my turn?" Ooh, that's not good. Chris Christie didn't do that.
The most embarrassing thing was when they were asked would they support Trump or pardon him if he gets the nomination, and Vivek shot his hand straight up, and everyone else, especially DeSantis, they didn't raise their hand until they saw Vivek raise his. Which
was that the moment?
I could have been. I don't know.
Because I didn't see it. Okay, who I didn't, because I was listening to it. I didn't go back. Who rose their hand? I forget.
The ones who raised their hand were Nikki, DeSantis afterwards, and there was a couple others. I forgot the guy. I think it's the guy from Arkansas or South Dakota. Tim Scott did as well.
Doug Burgum. Yeah, he was. Yeah. See, Doug Burgum did well up until the Trump charges, and then he said he didn't have any answer on the Trump charges other than if we keep looking back in the past. Bro, these charges are right now. We're not looking back in the past with that. And I will say Nikki Haley surprised me when she rose her hand. That was a base take
Uh,
because
still,
well, she wasn't all the way there, but she did have that moment where she said, "Leave it up to the people to decide about
yeah,
voting for Trump or not." I like that.
yeah, but then also it was her response to the climate change agenda. Remember, Vivek said it's a hoax, and everyone else they all looked at him, and then there were even boos in the crowd, which for some reason I just have some sneaky feeling that there were people that were invited there that were specifically told if something like that was asked, boo if someone says, "Oh, this is nonsense" or something like that. I can't prove that, but for some reason I just have some weird feeling.
Yeah, something was weird about the crowd. I don't know if it was factions, but they were booing and cheering at weird. Like even Mike Pence got some cheers, so that's kind of a weird. I don't know what was going on with that crowd, but Giovanna is on fire in the chat. Says I think DeSantis feels pressured to run. Period. He doesn't look comfortable. I think his wife pressured him, Soros or other donors. That's what it feels. Regardless of what's true or not, that's what the vibe he's giving off. That's not the vibe you want from somebody running for president, that they look like they're forced into it.
For all we know, that some of them have been, not just DeSantis. So
Yeah. Giovanna again on fire says, isn't it crazy that the so-called racist party wants to elect Vivek while the so-called non-racist party, an old white straight man, the same exact type of person they claim to hate? Very good point. I think it's a fair point.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I should say this, but the Dems appeal to the retard community. So
yeah, I mean, I have no problem saying that. That's what they do. That's a harsh way to say it, but I fully agree. They play off the ignorance of the public, and that's their strength.
Mm-hmm.
Mosin says, I haven't chatted Mosin in a minute. Thanks for stopping by. Says, dude, Nikki Haley was all about that mom energy and Yaz Queen slay while spewing donor class responses. But wait, what other than she had the Israel line, the Israel was very bad. The line on Israel was really bad.
Well, let me respond to that part. Here's my opinion. What she got wrong about Israel and what she should have said. She was saying that the reason we need Israel is because they're the first line of defense. That's not the line she should have said. She should have said the reason why we should support Israel is because whoever supports Israel will be blessed. That's literally a direct line from the Bible. So that's what they should have said.
I agree. If you were coaching her, I don't know if she would. That would have been better than what she said during the debate. Better. She said something to the fact, that line was very bad. And then the Ukraine line was, her take on Ukraine is just absurd, just terrible. But other than that, did she really have donor class lines? She stayed away from them other than that. Maybe the climate change. I forgot what her take was on climate. Forgot what her take was. What was her take on climate change? I forgot.
She said it's real and that it's something that's worth being addressed, but still.
Wow. I mean, I don't know what that means, but yeah, that might have been one too. That would sound like a cringe line too. So yeah, what about the Tucker? Let's go to Tucker, the Tucker interview.
Well, I watched that first, then I watched the debate after that.
I watched the debate first and then Tucker. Which surprised me. I didn't expect that, but whatever. Doesn't matter.
That was one of the most iconic and greatest things I've ever seen in terms of politics. Like, Tucker was literally asking Trump hard questions, like not just like hard questions like he should. I'm talking about stuff that you never even think he would. Like, he actually asked him, does he actually believe Epstein killed himself? And Trump's response was interesting, which for some reason I get some weird feeling. Like, does Trump possibly know more than what he's letting on there with Epstein? Is it possible? Because it was the way he said it. He says, well, anything's possible. It's not out of the question. But he says, like, does think he killed himself because he was an insane person. But still, though, so it almost raises the question: Trump might know more than he actually is letting on. That's just me. I can't prove that. I'm just getting that feeling for some reason.
I got the same feeling. I do have a different take on the interview. I did not like it at all. I did not like it at all. I thought it was terrible.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I thought I was not a fan, and I
Why?
think it's there's a lot around it. Let me give you this tweet from Revolutionary Blackout, who is a great populist left kind of commentator. There's a whole crew of them in there, so I forget all their names. I apologize. But I know Rome, Bethea. I forget the other one's names. I apologize to y'all. But the whole I know Sabby Sabs and all them. So here's what they said. They said if anyone in independent media gave a softball interview to a leading presidential candidate, we would be roasted to shreds. Meanwhile, Tucker Carlson gives Trump the most pathetic tongue bath interview I've ever seen, yet people are praising it. This is a country full of bootlickers.
I don't understand that tweet whatsoever.
Yeah, I didn't. So you have, from my standpoint, Trump missing the debate is a problem.
I agree.
And you know, I'm not anti-Trump, and I'm definitely, the charges are awful, but it's disqualifying. Then the problem I have is you missed the debate, and that you missed an opportunity to go at Fox News. You missed an opportunity to go at the GOP. You missed an opportunity to defend your policies. You missed an opportunity for out of your mouth to go after Mike Pence. You missed an opportunity to talk about the charges in front of Fox News. And you chose to do that. And Tucker Carlson, so let me go to Tucker now. So I'm just giving you, that's my initial mindset. So then now Tucker helps him. So they get together. Tucker said, I think, kind of, they say a lot of stuff and they try to sneak it in there. Tucker said that Trump came to him. Tucker, I don't care if Trump came to you. So Tucker was like, Trump came to me and said, can we do something? Tucker can't be a part of letting Trump off the hook for not going to the debate in order to get back at Fox News. So do you see how I have a problem with that?
All right. You can have a problem with that, but like you said you didn't like the conversation, really.
Okay.
So that to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense, though.
Okay, so then the first layer is Trump missing the debate. Second layer is Tucker as a journalist. So Tucker last night on Twitter was a propagandist. He wasn't a journalist, and so you let Trump off the hook, and so Tucker didn't talk to. He started the interview with, "Well, you're not in the debate." Well, let's test him on that. Why aren't you going to the debate to defend your policies? If you're going to fight for the people, you got to get up on that debate stage. Even though the charges against you are unconstitutional and ridiculous, maybe you shouldn't run for president. People are saying maybe you shouldn't run for president. If you can't get up on that debate stage, we know Fox is going to try to set him up. So 2015 Trump knew that they were going to try to set him up. And what did he do? He went on the debate stage and threw lit matches and gasoline all over the place and just blew it all, figuratively, everyone, just lit the stage on fire. And that's the Trump I need now. I don't need you sitting down with Tucker. And then Tucker brings up, I agree, bringing up Epstein, Tucker snuck that one in. Especially how he got it in there, because Epstein wasn't even a part of the conversation. I was like, damn, he just brought up Epstein. But then Trump said, basically, I think he killed himself, and Tucker knows that's nonsense and didn't really test him on that. We got to talk to Trump about the pandemic.
He did test him with the Bill Barr thing, though. He did
a little bit with it, and Trump brought it up, like saying Bill Barr was awful, but it wasn't, to me. If you're gonna miss the debate, you've got to because when you go to that debate, they're hitting you hard. Tucker, if Tucker was debating Trump, running for president, Tucker knows every question to ask Trump. I don't think he needs to go that hard, but for me, he didn't go hard enough. I was very disappointed in him for that situation.
I felt like he went hard enough. My personal opinion.
Yeah,
I really love that.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to see a discussion with Trump. It's always good. Tucker and Trump together. I'm never going to complain about that. But you see my concern with the optics of the whole thing was just like a puff piece for Trump to get back at Fox News and rack up the views on X. And I'm not feeling that. But
I would have. I wish Trump just did both because the Tucker interview was just pre-recorded.
I know.
Why didn't he just do both?
And it was
That's-
pre-recorded, so it wasn't live. Like there wasn't any type of surprise. When you're in the debate stage, obviously it's live. Any question can come to you. So, yeah. But that's what I thought about that. We had a lot go on after that. Did you want to?
No. Well, before that,
Mm-hmm.
before the debate started, they played Richmond north of Richmond. So
That was a great start to the debate.
it was.
I thought that was
agree.
I thought it was a good start because it's relevant. It's in the news, relevant for them to kind of play off of, and it was a good start. And I think they did a good job with the debate questions. I think they did a good job with it. It was funny. The debate. What was that?
Not the alien UFO stuff. That stuff was just complete nonsense right there.
Did I miss that? Was it in the
Remember
debate?
they asked them about UFOs. Should they release on the UFO evidence? And I was like, you got to be.
I must have missed that one. I missed that. What did they say? I think I might have took my headphones off.
They said, should they release the UFO information, all information about UFOs? And it was just complete nonsense. Like Chris Christie's response was, "Oh, I'm not worried about that really right now." So yeah, because guess what? The alien stuff is nonsense to me. Like the fact that was actually a question, I was like, oh, I literally tweeted out when that happened. I was like, did they actually just do that? What's the whole point of this? Why are you guys trying to push this alien nonsense when it's clearly fake? It's a hoax.
Yeah, but here's my answer. If someone asked me that and I'm running for president, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there should be no, like, unless it's like an active military type thing. I don't even know how
certainly what it is.
Yeah, I don't know how I would handle classified documents. That whole process needs to. It's not even about the aliens. It's about you're hiding things behind this term classified.
Well, classified stuff like this should, in my opinion, even though this would never have been a question on the debate, and also Tucker should have asked Trump this, but he didn't, about the JFK files, the JFK papers. Why haven't they been released? And why haven't the ones that have been released, do they have redacted parts of them? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, but it was pre-recorded, so you knew they weren't. Even if they had brought that stuff up, Trump's team would have been able to say, "No, you can't use it" or whatever. They made a deal, so yeah, that's what we ended up getting with it. Later in the day, they ran your boy Trump up to Fulton County. He surrendered to Fulton County, and it was a circus.
You said that like a few days ago that or was it last week, that if Trump turned himself in, you would think he's a full-on globalist now. Do you believe that?
Let me backtrack off of that. I think I was a little heated at that, but I won't say full-blown globalist. I forgot what I said. I remember what you're talking about. I will say it's the bad choice. It's the wrong choice.
Agree.
I will say that for sure. Dan Bongino, he said Trump should. He had an interesting take. It was closer to my other take. He said that Trump should have foregone. I don't know if he says no. He shouldn't have foregone Secret Service. He should have not posted bail. Was it bail?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said he shouldn't post bail, and he should go there, and they would have to clear out the whole prison or whatever because he wouldn't give up Secret Service. I started looking up the rules on Secret Service. I don't have it all yet, but I don't know. There's a law like a former presidential act, and I don't think they can remove Secret Service from him. And I was going to ask and research in the search, if a president's arrested, do they still get Secret Service?
Well, from what I can tell, this is just my opinion. The only way that you can like remove Secret Service from a president, a former one, is if they've been impeached. That's everything that I know. But
yep, that's in the act. Yep.
Yeah. As far as I know, for anything else, you can't remove the Secret Service.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to fully look into that. But here's Dan Bongino. If he had to.
Well, impeached and convicted is what I should have said.
Well, impeached and removed. Yeah. Impeached is not enough. Like if you're removed from office, then it would. So Trump would, obviously, he still qualifies. Even though he was impeached twice, he was not removed.
Folks, I don't think the Trump team should post the bomb. I don't. This may sound like a crazy idea, but folks, we're living in crazy times, and crazy times require different, crazy, bold approaches. Fannie Willis wants to be a smart-ass tyrant, little socialist communist like she is down in Fulton County, Georgia. Don't post. Don't post a bond. You know, jail him? Let's elect our first political prisoner. Go ahead. Go to jail. Let the Secret Service shut the entire jail down, and we'll see how long you're willing to keep this charade going.
Yep.
Let them put him in jail for a bit. Folks, I know it sounds crazy. Let the Secret Service shut that entire floor down, because remember, Title 18 USC 3056 and I believe 1752, the Secret Service has the absolute federal authority, the supremacy clause. They can declare anything a federally protected area, even a prison cell. They can clear out that entire wing of the prison and make sure Donald Trump never sees another human being in that prison other than the Secret Service.
Yeah.
I wouldn't post.
Yeah.
You may think it's a crazy
I
idea.
do not think it's
I don't
crazy.
think so.
I don't think it is a crazy
Folks,
either.
you've seen people around the world take a stand like this, and it's easy for me to say, I
agree.
get it. I wouldn't be the one in a prison cell.
I agree. I really, he's being very genuine here, I think.
But you want to send a message? Let's see. Let's see what happens. We should hold protests outside of that prison cell every single day.
Well,
don't post.
They moved a
post
whole
the
lot
bond.
of the protesters out of there.
Yeah, I know.
Remember they set up barricades?
Yeah, Laura, I got that from Laura Loomer. I was following Laura Loomer was over it all day. But what Dan Bongino's talking about there is we need some creative, peaceful type of response here. And what's happening is we're not seeing that. What's the response? This is the fourth time they're arresting him. I say we, what does we mean? I think we in this context mean is anyone who thinks that these four charges are tantamount to a civil conflict, war, escalation. And if you think I'm crazy, they're making up charges. These charges are every single charge against Donald Trump is fabricated. There's nothing to it. Shouldn't even be there. To enslave him. That's what going to prison is. You become a slave. So they're trying to enslave Trump. I don't know what else to call that. And what's the response? Ray, what is the response so far?
I don't know, man. I can't figure that question out.
Okay, so I need a response. Trump hasn't done a response. All he's done is take mug shots and go in, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Did they actually put him in a cell, even though for a few minutes, or like once he get in there, he took the mug shot, and then posted the bail and then left? Did they actually put him in a cell for even like a minute or two? I really want to know that.
Yeah, I have not read on that. Anybody in the chat? The good thing is we could crowdsource that truth. Anybody in the chat read any of the articles on it? Honestly, all my coverage was through Twitter. I didn't even read an article on. I probably will tomorrow, but as it's going live, I just go on Twitter, man. And I got a column with like my street reporters and Laura Loomer and those types, and then it's just right there. You see what's going on. But I missed that kind of stuff. I didn't hear anybody say that what happened there.
I really would like to know that answer.
Yeah, I would too. I don't know what happened. It doesn't seem like it that he was held at all, but I don't know because it was really quick.
Because
he got in and out quick. Quick.
Before you go into a cell, are they supposed to put you in the jumpsuit or?
Oh no, not for this.
Oh well, yeah,
not
that's
for
like
like
prison
the whole.
only.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm not an expert, but
so they would have just put him in the cell, then like just wait till he posts bond and then leave. So
that's what I would have expected.
But,
I don't know if that happened though.
But if you post bond, are you technically not allowed to leave that state? Because Trump left afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's out. He's out.
Some of this stuff is pretty weird.
Yeah, this whole situation is. And Dan is thinking like, and that's a peaceful way. That's what I really like about what Dan's saying there. It's not, see, Charlie Kirk, who I think is great, Charlie Kirk's answer is, and many others, Jesse Kelly and even Tim Pool, saying, oh, find a red, I don't know who it is, a red district attorney to find charges on a Hillary Clinton, Obama, or Hunter, or whoever, and fight back.
I actually
You-
don't have an issue with that
See, I do because I'm like, is that the country you want to live in?
because
That's like now we
Hillary
get into
Clinton,
gang warfare. Like, okay, now if I ride on the block, I'm going after you, and like, come on, man, I don't want to do that.
well, Hillary and Hunter, we know that they did shady stuff. Like we know about the emails, and we also know about the laptop. So
Yeah, I mean, it is tough because there's far more legit stuff to go after them for. But let's just say hypothetically, it was Trump's DOJ in 2020, in a different year. Say the roles were reversed and Trump could go after somebody for charges that are fabricated. Would you want to
Yeah.
do that?
no fabricated stuff. No,
Okay.
I'm talking about
So-
real stuff.
I know. So I think Charlie Kirk would mean real stuff too, but
Yeah.
I just don't. What is that?
Well-
Here's my question. Here's my question. With anything that you want to do, I want to know what problem are you trying to solve?
Yes.
So what problem does it solve for a red area to go after, I don't know, Black Lives Matter or whatever? That's not even enough, but what problem does that solve?
To show that the populace will not take any crap.
To show that but I don't, so the problem is, so it's kind of like telling the bully.
The populace are trying to be shut down is what I'm trying to say.
So
And
the
that their
problem
message
is,
has been stopped.
yeah, so the problem is populists are getting bullied. And if you
Yes.
do that, that tells you to stop bullying me. Basically, right?
In a way, yeah, you could say that.
Okay. For me, that doesn't solve that. To me, the problem is that our society has fractured.
Because there's no other way. Like I said, there's no way you can repair the damage between, because there's two sides of this country. Like there's the populace and then there's the establishment. You can't bring the two together again. You can't. It's not possible. So what else? What's the other answer?
Well, I don't want to beat everybody over the head with it, but I think it's just like, if the marriage ain't working, like, remember Sarah Silverman? She was like, with that, she's like, call me crazy. If a marriage doesn't work, they get a divorce, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, based. I mean, peacefully, I think so. The problem is, my problem that I'm solving is that we don't know what a man or a woman is.
Oh,
and that
Ryan
means we
has
can't
even
live
better-
anymore.
Ryan has a better response than even me. He says it solves the problem that we arrest people that commit crimes.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that. I guess I could see that, but I just don't. It doesn't solve a problem that I'm looking to solve. Because what you're doing is solving like a problem in the living room, but I think the basement is flooded. So I'm like, we got to get the water out the basement. Otherwise, I don't really care what the kitchen or the living room looks like. That's just my opinion on it. But
to do that, you
I
have to
respect
fix.
it.
To do that, you have to fix the pipes. And who was the one that broke the pipes? The people, the left, the establishment broke the pipes. So the only way to do that, fight and push back and repair the pipes.
Yeah, I'm not for pushing back, and I'm not for. I don't want to get into this.
I'm not talking about violence. No,
No. I know what you mean, but I mean, just let's try it a different way. They impeached Trump twice, and obviously, you can impeach a president for anything. I mean, there is no it's not legal process. You can impeach a president literally for whatever you want. You can define anything as high crimes and misdemeanors. So, would you want the Republicans to impeach Biden?
It depends on if he committed a crime.
Well, we already know there's enough to
Yeah.
research it. So, my answer is no. I'm like, what's happening? I don't want to get into this thing every 4 years. We're just impeaching the president instead of doing something.
There's nothing we can do to change that because that's going to continue to happen.
Well, we can by it will take a couple decades, but to say we're out this marriage, let's just split. And that doesn't solve everything. That's not a perfect, but I think you keep splitting until you've got groups of people who agree on enough things where you can share a society. I don't know. Maybe you have to split multiple times. I don't know.
There's not enough people to do that. Not enough. Because like whether we like it or not, these blue cities, they have full control over everything. That's the problem that you have to solve.
Well, I think we need to start thinking out of the box. You look at Arizona, you look at Illinois. Arizona, I've been talking about a lot. There's a couple blue areas, but the whole state is red.
Well, every state outside of California is actually red. It's just the cities that are blue.
So you have to break away. The counties have to break away, because right now you look at Fulton County, local citizens in other counties around Fulton County should be putting pressure on Brian Kemp and saying, we want to get out of the state. We are seceding from the state. We've had that discussion with counties in Idaho, Oregon, Colorado, and
Wyoming.
Yeah, and that's not easy. It's not an easy thing because the resources are coming from sometimes the cities, or it's complicated. But you got to push and figure that out. That's what we've got to do, is break. Because look at Georgia. You got Brian Kemp over there, and what's going on? He's just watching this like it's.
Yeah, I said this on Twitter. Georgia's not even a purple state anymore. It's a blue state.
It's a blue state. I've been saying that.
Yeah, I said that on Twitter. It was red. It used to be. Then from what happened in 2020 and 2022, it was a purple state, and now it's gone full on. It's a blue state now. There's just no way around that.
Yeah, it's blue. It's a corporate Republican, which is the same as Democrats. Yeah. So you can't leave it even up to the governors. What governors have even made a statement about this? Has Greg Abbott commented on anything that's happening right now?
Well, he's corporate. He's corporate.
So there's no one. And then the best state that you probably would go to is Florida. And what's the answer for the governor of Florida? I'm going to run for president. I hope he gets locked up. Basically that's the DeSantis plan. I hope Trump gets locked up or worse, and maybe I'll get in there.
Yeah. So who knows though? There might be a few other states. I just don't have them off the top of my head.
But you can tell by which governor's stepping up.
Do you consider Christie known to be corporate?
I don't know too much about her. Has she said anything about Trump?
As far as she was actually one of the considerations for being his VP. So.
No, but he's getting arrested for the 4th time. Is she saying anything about Brian Kemp in Georgia? And this is I haven't
seen that.
That's the best thing that I liked about Vivek in the debate last night. He almost said, like, we are in like a civil war. He almost said it. He was like, this is like a monumental moment. Like, are you guys getting it? And nobody's getting it. So no, I don't know much about her. I haven't dug into her, but she's got to be corporate if she's not talking about this. Same with Doug Burgum he's North Dakota governor, right? He was in the debate, and he tried.
But you shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah, but he shrugged it off his shoulder like it was no big deal. Stop looking in the past. Looking in the past, he's going to the courthouse tomorrow. As of the debate.
Yeah. So, well, we can get into like a full-on national divorce conversation right here if you want to. Like, because I actually would have some ideas.
Oh yeah, you can throw that out. Yeah, you have some ideas.
Some ideas of how it could be.
Mm-hmm.
Can you look up something for me so I can bring this up? It's a book called The 9 Nations of North America.
Okay.
Yeah, because like a guy went on Tim Pool's podcast, I believe a year or two ago, and talked about this.
Yep.
Forgot what his name was.
He's a lefty, wasn't he?
I think he's libertarian, maybe left libertarian.
Okay. 9 Nations of North Dakota. You want just the Amazon picture of it, or
just the look up the map of it.
Oh, the map. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Those
were
the map.
Image right here. Yeah. Yeah. I had some talks with people.
The full-on map. The other one, the first one.
This one. Okay.
Yeah. That's the one.
Let me get this up here. Right here.
Do you have it clicked on? Okay.
This one. Wait, hold on. Sorry, it's new tab.
All right.
I only have one tab sharing here.
Okay, that's understandable. Yeah. So this is the basic idea that he had, that not just America, but also including like all of North America, which includes Canada, Mexico, Central America, and even Cuba and Puerto Rico and all those areas down there. So the basic idea that he's dividing this up is like you have like a southern area, you have like I forgot all the terms off the top of my head, but like it's like the way these are structured are basically like the kind of geographic areas that things are like, and they all would match together. Like you have Alaska, for instance, even though that's part of America, have that join up with that area of Canada right there because it's really the same type of environment, and basically a lot of the same like industries are over there as well. Like same thing over, I believe the bread baskets. I could be wrong. That's what that says.
Yep.
Right there in the central of America. Basically, that's like the farmland and stuff. So, like,
Yep.
like something I could suggest. Like, if you look at the country, there's no real way to break it up into two pieces. There's no real way to do that. No, because like you have California, Oregon, Washington over here, which those are obviously big blue states, and then you have like the entire like northeast or northwest. I believe that's the northeast, correct? Yeah, like New York, Pennsylvania, all that area. All those places are blue right up there. So technically, if you look at it, all those places could just be one giant area onto themselves. So yeah, and like the only thing that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense is you have like North Carolina and these places don't really match up a whole lot right here. They're just bordered on each other. So yeah, the only thing I would suggest something similar to this, but not entirely, because obviously there's no way you could break North America up into like 9 nations. You would have to be like 4 or 5 different regions of America alone to just do this. But the way to do that, you would have to separate the people that are from like blue and red in those certain areas. You have to separate them, like possibly like what was I going to say? Deport a bunch of them, because if your ideology does not align with that area, you should either leave, or if you don't leave, you should be deported. Like those are really the kinds of ideas that I've been thinking of.
Yeah, I don't have all those answers. I think the overall arching theme is this isn't working and it's not going to work. There's no way for the trust to come back. It's impossible. For me, I don't see how it's possible for trust to come back. And the whole system is based on trust. If you don't trust the judicial system, it's over. And so I think I need smarter people than me to work this out. And that's what it would take. I mean, we're talking about over the course of 50 years to, in my opinion, to get the culture to the place where you would even have the real to talk about secession, and then years after that to negotiate the territories, because it would be very difficult.
There would be wars that would happen, like territorial wars, in my view.
I don't think there has to be, but I mean, this could.
It doesn't have to be, but there's almost certainly would.
I don't even go down that path, because that's not what I'm calling for. If there would be wars for that, then it only because my thought is peacefully we'll negotiate, pay the debt, whatever, and figure out national security and no type of violence or anything. So if that happens, that's from somebody else, and that only confirms that we needed a divorce in the first place. Because what we're doing right now is not peaceful. Going to enslave people and forcing them to use resources to defend themselves. Giuliani can't get a lawyer. I heard Giuliani can't even get a lawyer in Georgia. That's not broke. Peaceful. Well, it's not only that he's just broke. Nobody wants to defend him.
Yeah.
Why would you want to defend Giuliani when the Giuliani's hemmed up for defending Trump? Like, he's not going to get any type of good representation probably. So to me, my point is this is not peaceful.
Yet murderers are able to get like lawyers.
Yeah, you brought Trump in to take a mugshot. This is not peaceful. And then forget about Trump. You got the Michigan 16. There was a alternate elector in the charges here for Georgia. I mean, this is to put them in prison. And even if they don't go to prison, they have to drain hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is warfare. I don't know what else you call that. So we're not on peace right now, and I don't. If it's not peaceful, then it's not my fault. It's not what I want.
Yeah, something I'm really curious about. Like, if Trump somehow did win the election, he somehow does, and like, he's pushed for a motion to have this be delayed till 2026, the trial. Let's just say hypothetically he does get elected and he's in office. By the time 2026 comes by, can Georgia literally come up to DC and force him to come down there for the trial? Or could he just say, hey,
while he's president?
Yeah.
No. It's not. It's. I forgot which part of the Constitution you cannot charge. See, that's how. Do you know how crazy it would be? I mean, we're almost there. Where if you said a DA could charge an active president, that literally means the end of the republic. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. That means any district, any county in the country could find a charge, make it up. Even if it's wrong and it gets dismissed, they would distract the president or whatever else. That's how crazy this is. But no, you cannot do that to an active president. It just can't. It actually legally cannot happen.
Well,
I mean, they could try, but
they would
I mean,
try.
we just somebody asked me that on Twitter, and then my reply to that was, if they did that, you can't obviously, but if they did, that's when you literally cancel Christmas because it's over. The whole thing is over.
You cancel New Year's too, so
I mean, we're already at the cancel Christmas with this stuff here, but here's a clip I had from Laura.
Well, they are trying to cancel Christmas because they're trying to cancel Jesus Christ.
No, they are literally trying to cancel Christmas.
Rally. So we are really seeing some of the more ardent supporters who are out this early.
So there's a far-right activist, Laura Loomer, who's been promoting this rally, I guess, on X, formerly known as Twitter. And she's telling everyone, make sure that you come, but be peaceful. But what can you tell us about her and her following, her influence?
Yeah, Laura Loomer, she is here. She's wearing a Trump did nothing wrong t-shirt. She's a conservative activist, controversial, considered to be on more of the fringes of the GOP, but a former congressional candidate who is within Trump's inner circle, was spotted in Bedminster just a couple of weekends back and does, speak with the former president. She's organized a number of these protests, including in Miami and in New York. And I think it's important to stress that many of the pro-Trump supporters have talked about being peaceful. There's a lot of that language in the post-January 6th environment. And, having gone to many of the Trump rallies back in 2020, I can say that there is a bit of a dampening effect that January 6th has had on some of these gatherings. And so right now, this is peaceful. We do expect it to remain peaceful, and certainly a very significant law enforcement presence on the ground here, ensuring that
it's peaceful. And I think that's why.
Here's why. The reason why I'm saying I'm a little surprised that it was peaceful, because I said on Twitter, don't be surprised if they have plants in that crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, do not try anything stupid, because they almost certainly do have plants in there, and they're going to try to get people riled up, and you guys are going to do something that you will regret, because they want another January 6th.
Yep, I agree. I would not be out there. What are you going to do out there? Like, what does that accomplish?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's high risk, low reward.
The rally on January 6th actually made sense, though, from what Trump was trying to do, because he was protesting something that he thought that was clearly had issues with, which, in my opinion, there were as well. And I thought it was a completely fair, and people had the right to have their voices heard for that. But with this right here, there's nothing worth doing that, because they're literally going to do it no matter what.
Yeah,
I would caution. They could have changed something with the election. They can't change this here within Georgia, because Trump is going to be like, if he doesn't turn himself in, he's going to get arrested regardless, because they will literally come to his house in Mar-a-Lago and arrest him for that.
If he doesn't turn himself in?
Yeah, if he didn't. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I say he should not have. But as far as turning himself in, I said that he should not turn himself in, and he should challenge it, and it should go fast track straight to the Supreme Court. I don't know. I'm not a legal expert. I think there should be another Texas v. Pennsylvania type. I mean, one of these other states should be suing over this. There is standing to sue over this. This is election interference. And California is already thinking about, they already have a proposal to take him off the ballot, is what I heard in California.
Not just California, but Arizona and a few other states. Like, Newsom proposed a bill that to have Trump removed from the ballot in California, and also in Arizona, there's discussions of removing Trump from the ballot as well. And
oh wow, you still there? No, I think I lost you. Yeah. But yeah, I have the article here, so let me see. I think I see a fact check on this, actually. Let me double check. A Reuters fact check. I have not seen this on the topic we're just talking about. Did I mute the tab or something? Let me speak. Nope. I can't hear you. Let me pull this up while I think Ray. Yeah, you just cut out on me. There you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, there you are. Yep, I hear you.
Sorry, man. That I don't. I still haven't figured out what the problem is with that. I have no idea what caused. Yeah, maybe sometime if we ever meet up, you can like give me some advice and see if you give any.
Well, I have my own problems. Yeah, I know another eye can help at times, but let me see this here. Social users have shared breaking news. Fox reports Gavin Newsom is the first governor to say Trump is not eligible. Let's see what they're saying about this. Fox is not report. Or is it a fake headline? I thought I Googled it.
No, it's real.
I thought I Googled it and saw it, but let me not sidetrack since I wasn't prepared to talk about that. But because I don't trust the fact checks, but it looks like Fox didn't report it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it was reported that Newsom was proposing a bill for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I wasn't prepared to talk about that. But here's as you can see, people are already going. You've got your gear. Tim Cass has Revenge. How you like that one?
I like that.
It's
really
dope.
like it.
Yeah, it's dope. Right now, it's going. I think it's going viral.
Yeah.
Yep, it's going.
The only I was actually expecting him to smile in his mugshot. I actually was, like Jenna was, but
no, that was the bright one.
Yeah,
that was the perfect picture, I think. But you're right. I didn't know if he was going to smile or what. No matter what, people were going to rally around what Trump did. But that picture is that's a good picture.
That image that he did, it was bad. You know what? So yeah.
I mean, it's iconic. Instant.
I might get that as a poster.
Yeah, that's dope. I can't lie. That's an instant iconic moment in American history. We're living it right now, just released, and we already know this. We'll be seeing this picture as long as the Earth is around. We'll be seeing this picture of Donald Trump.
Yep. So I don't know what's going. What do you see happening next? Do you think he's going to get convicted or not? I haven't asked you if you think he will.
Well, I don't know the timing of everything. I don't think ultimately, I don't think he will end up convicted because I don't see the timing for these trials to be able to go quickly enough. But here's the thing. It's possible. I don't think the Supreme Court's going to uphold any of these if they'll all have to get there.
I don't have like confidence in that part though.
The Supreme Court?
No, I have none.
Yeah, so he will be found convicted and guilty by all of these with these juries that I'm seeing. I mean, I think every single one of them. The charges might be so bad he could, like Manhattan is really, really, really weak, but he's going to get a jury that's all against him. So to me, I would assume. I mean, he's got 4 cases. I mean, between 4 of those cases, he's going to be convicted on some of it. There's no doubt. They're all biased juries.
So, like, if he got convicted, can you imagine the scene what the leftists would be playing? The scene where the police come in and they handcuff him. I can already imagine what the leftists would be thinking right then.
That's why I was looking up and seeing, like, does he still get Secret Service? How does that even work? But you know what I feel about the election? I don't trust that. I think that you agree with that. That's probably going to be a totalitarian, wanting totalitarianism leftist, whether it's Biden or Michael Obama or Kamala or whoever. One of them's going to win, and we don't know what's going to happen with Trump.
Yeah, so I don't have any words, man. I truly have no comment right there because I just don't see what's going to happen. I just don't.
We're in uncharted territory. Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea what's going to happen with any of this. That's how crazy it is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Here's the Trump. Trump made a statement when he
and he got back on Twitter. We haven't talked about that yet.
I know. Let me play this statement, then talk about his triumphant return to Twitter. Trump got back onto it was Twitter when he left. Now it's X.
Hike said that I'm black-pilled.
You might. I mean, you could say I'm black-pilled at times too, but I always want to kind of frame it and say, that's not how I feel. I feel good that we have clarity on what we need to do. And, my opinion on what we need to do. We have clarity that this thing is unfixable. Like, does anybody in the chat disagree with me? Because if not, Mike Pence during the debate, before I played the Trump comments after he came out of the courthouse, Mike Pence during the debate, it was actually a great moment. Mike Pence versus Vivek, where Vivek was like, something like, we need a revolution. And Mike Pence was like, I believe in the American people. It was actually that was a good discussion. Anybody in the chat, Ray, let me ask you, everyone in the chat, my thought is, am I being hyperbolic? This thing is unfixable. We don't know what gender people are anymore. Fundamentally, that's worse than during the Civil War. They weren't arguing during slavery what a man or a woman was. That's a worse philosophical. Yeah. They weren't arguing over that. Yeah. So what do you think?
Ray? It is completely unfixable. Like, you even posted something earlier on Twitter that I actually replied to you. You didn't respond back, but what it was you said that since 9/11, look how far our country has come. It's how destroyed it's been. And you said that would take a minimum. You said it would take as long to repair it, and we haven't even got the train rolling. My response was it would take much longer than how long it's taken to get here, because like I said, causing something is so easy, but fixing it's even more tough, much more. It's way tougher, and it's much more longer. So, yeah, like I said, I don't think it is fixable. I don't.
That's an excellent take. Let me bring up what I didn't see the response. Sometimes they hide. Response. Or I just missed that one, actually. I probably just, because I got so many responses. This is what I said. Ray's take I think is absolutely spot on. I said, somebody said, imagine being told in late 2001 that in 22 years, Rudy Giuliani, remember, he was a star back then. It was a little annoying. I think he was milking it too much, but he was the mayor during 9/11, would be an almost penniless, virtually friendless criminal defendant in a racketeering prosecution in Georgia. And my response to is it took 22 years from that point. I mean, all this madness really was probably being planned before that, but from that point, 22 years to now, for us to reach that type of downfall. I said reversing course will take an equal amount of time, and we haven't even begun the countdown yet. Because when there is no kind of plan or path, everything that got us to this point was planned and pathed. And Ray is saying it's at the quickest, it's 22 years, most likely double or longer, because it's harder to fix something.
Yeah, my tweet is just right down there. So,
yep. And Ray says, no, it would take longer. Undoing something is far tougher and takes time to heal. Based. Absolutely right. So my point is, if it's not fixable, what answers do you have to a marriage that's not fixable? Hike Martin, you said about dipping. See, but let me. What's up?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let
National
me respond.
Divorce.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't want to keep drilling that though. But Hike Martin has, because friend of show Jackson Hinkle. Do you follow him at all?
Jackson
I don't know if you
Hinkle.
Follow. Yeah,
I don't recall. No,
he's big on the Ukraine-Russia war, but he's a populist left guy. Great guy, great commentator, streamer.
Being pro-Ukraine is not populist.
No. He's not pro-Ukraine. He's a big about the topic. He's anti-Ukraine. You could say he's probably pro-Russia. So, but he said something to the effect of, I don't know if it was him or it was in his chat. He was saying something like people should go to Russia, flee the U.S. to Russia. I think it was more of a joke, but I was like,
so they should pull a Snowden.
Yeah, exactly. But I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to Russia. I mean, that culture is not anything I want to be a part of either. But my bigger point was, this is the last bastion of hope, Hike Martman. We need you and everybody else here. This is, if we are going to keep the ideals of the Constitution and even more importantly, the Declaration of Independence alive, it's going to be on this soil. There's no place to go. Like back in 16, the early 17th century, they were exploring new continents, and they could kind of take them over. And that ain't the way now. Unless we get to Mars or the moon, we got nowhere to go. We gotta stay here.
There is nowhere to go, man. There isn't. Like the whole Mars and moon stuff is nonsense. So
I know. I'm just saying, but where there's no other way other than Mars or moon, that's not going to happen in that time frame at all. I don't even know.
Even if it were possible to get to Mars, they would just send ships there to take care of you. They would.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, that's not a realistic thing here. But let me show and before we get to Trump on X, that's why I'm calling him TrumpX now. Here we go. We're looking at. I actually posted a wrong video. This was not the right video. It was from earlier today. It was from today, but it wasn't Fulton County. But earlier today, he was going. I think he was going to the airport to fly to Georgia, and then here's him pulling up in Atlanta. Doesn't it feel surreal watching this? Doesn't it feel surreal watching like the whole motorcade for him to turn himself in?
I'm not surprised that something like this was happening because
I know. I mean, this is the fourth. I mean, this is the fourth time we've seen it now, but I don't know. It's something else. Like we don't even know what's happening in our country. But here's the message, and look at this. I mean, you can say what you want about Trump, but he looks like a boss to me, man, and that matters.
Yeah.
Like you look at Joe Biden. That's your leader. This decrepit old senile looking dude. This dude, Trump kind of looks like he's casted out of a movie, like boss man here. But listen to this though. Great comments by Trump.
Thank you very much for being here. I really believe this is a very sad day for America. This should never happen. If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. I thought the election was a rigged election, a stolen election. And I should have every right to do that. As you know, you have many people that you've been watching over the years do the same thing, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Stacey Abrams or many others. When you have that great freedom to challenge, you have to be able to, otherwise you could have very dishonest elections. What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support. And that goes with the other ones too. What they're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning. And this is one instance, but you have three other instances. It's election interference.
So that's the Trump comments there. What do you think, Ray?
Smart comments. Like he said everything he needed to say. So that's what a president or former president, well, to me, the real president should say. So.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, and Hike said something interesting. He said Trump is the Nate Diaz of politics. Well, I have a good response to that.
Yeah.
I think RFK Jr. is the Conor McGregor of politics.
Ooh, that's interesting. Why do you say that?
Like he says he's popular, but he does all this really crazy stuff that you notice, like really crazy. Like you remember when Conor literally threw, I forgot something what it was, but like those moving, like when you moved like trucks out, you put stuff on those things to help get it up the ramp. Remember when he literally threw one of those inside of at a bus and literally broke the glass and got people in their eyes?
Yep.
That's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy to talk about RFK.
Yeah.
But Trump here. We're 2 years out. This was January of 2021. We're over 2 years out from this now. In a shocking move, you remember, Twitter at the time permanently suspended Donald Trump. Your president at the time, Donald Trump, got suspended from Twitter. Yeah. And that was I was already in my red pill process when I saw the kind of the machine of the federal government and certain states team up with a private corporation, Twitter, who they had given power to have a monopoly and become the public town square, to team up with them and ban a president from a platform, that was a eye-opening experience. That was about 2 years ago. And now you fast forward, it's not called Twitter anymore. It's not even Twitter anymore. And Donald Trump tweets. He's back, y'all. He's on X. It's not even a tweet anymore. He X'd. He posted on X or whatever you want to call it. Here it is. What were you going to do 2 years later? So 2 years before he's booted off, 2 years later, our country has declined where he has his first post on X is a mugshot. That is the decline of a country in just 2 years. Arrested 4 times. First tweet. Who would have thought? Ray, what if I would have told you when Trump was suspended in 2021 that his next tweet would have been in August of 2023 and it would be a mugshot from his 4th arrest?
I would be shocked. I wouldn't believe it because it literally doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But the fact that his first tweet, and I still call it Twitter. I'm just never going to stop being able. It's not possible for me to call it X. I'm just letting you know right now. But yeah, I still call it Twitter. But yeah, the fact that this was his first tweet, that lets you know he's sending a message. He truly is. So he's going to be back in some form or another.
Oh yeah, that post was I think part of it was the right moment. And and he was waiting for the right moment. He probably had this for a while in his head that the mugshot would be it.
Jordan says Vivek is the Eminem of politics.
That's funny.
I got you something even better. Laura Loomer is the Mike Tyson of politics.
Ooh, I like that one. She is. Yeah, she's no joke.
Oh yeah.
She'll bite your ear off too, figuratively. She's a firecracker. I like Laura. I'm a big Laura Loomer supporter. We need that energy in our country.
Who would Tim Pool be? I'm trying to figure that out. Who would he be?
He'd be like a Mr. Perfect from the WWF.
No, I don't think he'd be Mr. Perfect. I just don't buy that. No. But I do see like Ian being more like a Mick Foley.
Oh, I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to think about Tim more. Yeah.
Yep. But we are living. What's that?
Joe Rogan. He would be the
Joe Rogan.
He's the Undertaker of the politics.
Oh, I like that. Miles Lane.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
Dave Smith is the Rocky of libertarians.
Oh, I like that one. But he's the libertarian Tupac, though, isn't he? He's the libertarian Tupac. That's what he's been labeled.
Who's the libertarian Biggie then?
I'm trying to think. I don't even know.
You can't have Tupac without Biggie.
Michael Malice is the libertarian Biggie.
I could buy that. I could.
But that's kind of big because they're boys, so it's that Tupac Biggie doesn't work there, but that's funny.
Well, actually were. They were friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though there was some conflict towards the end there, but still though.
Yep.
And Biggie, he actually, after Tupac died, like he started regretting a whole lot of their conflict.
Oh yeah. I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, what were you gonna say?
No, continue.
Oh, I was gonna say, the timeline that we're living is wild, and I've given up on trying to bring people together. But there are some good videos out there that talk about it, like what's happening. I'm not going to play this whole one, but here's a taste here from, what's the name of this channel? I forget. I watch it a lot. I don't even remember the name, where they do the drawings, but let me play this.
Basically, we've done a new report. It's because Bill Gates announced a new project called Ag One. All agriculture will be one agriculture controlled by him. Where does he set up the office of Ag One? In Missouri, where Monsanto's headquarters is. But we watch what's going on in India, and we pieced it together. So basically, he's financing a lot of data mining from farmers, which will then be packaged back as big data and sold back to farmers. But this is exactly what happened in your 2016 elections. Facebook sold data to Cambridge Analytica. So when you think of why are the kind of leaders that we have getting created, it's very important to remember that in these 25 years of corporate deregulation of commerce, you basically have a lot of money in the hands of very few people. And they then...
So this is how Trump gets booted off of Twitter. You've got they're all in this game together, making money off of it.
And are the ones investing in all the companies. The companies are not independent companies anymore. They're basically billionaire money managed by the investment funds like BlackRock and Vanguard, etc. They also know that everywhere people are on the streets. Just look at this year. Show me a country where there weren't protests. Chile, Beirut, Hong Kong, everywhere. So how do you deal with the rising demand for a change? We threw out the East India Company in 1857. The Crown took over. They established a policy called divide and rule. And then they started to divide Hindus and Muslims because Hindus and Muslims had stood together to defend their land, their livelihoods, their freedom. It took from 1857 to about 1920 for all kinds of means, census, fake identity, because, you know, people in India would say, I'm a Hindu and a Muslim, because they'd go to mosques and they'd go to temples. And when they'd be asked, who are you? They'd say, I'm a gardener. I'm a blacksmith. For them, the religious part was very, very secondary. Their occupation was their main identity, the place where they came from, the community they came from. And this took so long. This is what led to our partition.
And this is why I don't like the LGBTQ flag and identity. Yeah. It's the same thing. Because when you walk down the street with the rainbow flag, we already know what your politics are.
Yes.
Like 99.9, I mean, maybe even 100%, because if you don't have the right politics, you're not in that. So they're doing the same thing there. I'm not going to play the rest of it, but you see where it's going. It's the divide and conquer. And I don't know. I don't think there's a way to put that together. I'll tell you this, Ray. Tell me what you think about this. I told somebody that I would almost think about voting for Joe Biden, believe it or not. Yep.
What?
Yep. Seriously. Dead serious.
Why?
Because I don't think we've had the boot put on our necks hard enough for us to realize that we need to figure something out.
Nothing would be then. Nothing would be enough.
That's a good point.
Our culture is so weak.
That's a good point. So that's probably why I wouldn't do it. But you're right. You're right. But you see where I'm going with it, though. Imagine if Joe Biden was able to force you to take a needle in your shoulder. Is that going to wake people up? Is there something?
It didn't.
But no. But what if because it didn't get through the Supreme Court, though?
Even if it did, that still would not be enough.
Yeah.
They said like Trump was the Nate Diaz of politics. Mm-hmm. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think he actually would be the Nate Diaz. You know who I think he would be?
Who?
The Ric Flair of politics.
Yeah, you got it.
So, I could see that. Mm-hmm. The charisma, and all.
Oh yeah, jokes. Yeah. Oh for sure. Ric Flair is. Yep. That's Trump. Oh yeah. Jordan Lott says I should be the libertarian Dr. Dre. I think that's the perfect one for Jordan Lott.
Who would you say you would be, Osiris?
I have no idea, man. I have no clue. Somebody could tell me. Tell me what I would be. I have no idea.
I think I know who I would most likely be.
What's that?
You know Vader from WWE?
No, I never heard of that.
Look him up. You'll notice. Okay. Look him up.
Vader from WWE?
Yeah.
Just newer or older?
Old from the 90s.
Oh, yeah, Vader. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Vader here. I didn't know who Vader was, but this is funny.
Yeah, you see, I think I would most likely be the Vader.
That's a funny one.
Yeah, that's what I probably would most likely be.
Yeah.
So,
James Woods.
eh,
For who?
I would say let me think. You could be the. I'm trying to figure this one out.
Who was the black dude in Star Wars?
Lando?
No, not Lando. The newer ones. The young
Finn?
black. Finn. I'm the Finn.
Nah, I don't see that whatsoever. I don't see that whatsoever.
I'm reaching for it. But I want to show you this video, and I want to give you.
I know who Carlos would be.
What's Carlos?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
You know the guy who played Buzz?
Yeah.
The original guy. I could literally see that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But here's a video. This is off the Trump topic here. But I saw this tonight. I don't know if you saw this, Ray. It's not gory or anything. This is on the trans kind of topic, but it's one of the more disturbing, chilling videos I've seen on this topic.
Oh my God. I saw that you posted this earlier.
Yeah. 2 minutes, 41 seconds. I'm going to play the whole thing. It's tough to watch, but I think it's important to watch.
Oh God.
Hola. He's excited to be here.
Saying he, and it looks like it's a biological daughter. Right, Ray? Am I reading that right?
I would say yes.
Because here's what we're looking. This is actually from a parody account, but it's kind of doing the same thing Libs with TikTok did, and talking about testosterone with this teen. I don't know what the age is, but a young, very young adult, but looks like a daughter who's taking testosterone to be a trans male. And this looks to be the mother here. I don't know if it's real. I haven't verified, but it's still disturbing nonetheless.
He's excited to be here. Marshall, do you want to do a week 4 on testosterone? Boys?
Week 4. The same.
Yeah, definitely a girl.
How are you feeling?
The same.
Any effects? Anything changing?
Not really.
Terrified me.
Yeah.
Any high points? Any good things?
Not really.
Any bad points?
Not really.
So
Are we struggle busing a little bit with the injection? To it's the anxiety of doing it. Yeah. A little bit of a struggle bus. Don't want to talk about it. But you start school next week?
Yeah.
High school with testosterone, so you're gonna be on equal playing field with all the other pubescent boys.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah. Things to look forward to with that? No. What's the one thing you are really looking forward to with your testosterone? The impacts.
Voice change and facial.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
You want a studly beard like your dad?
Yeah. If you didn't hear what she said here, the mother says, do you want a studly beard like your dad?
Osiris.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Like you said, you have a brother that has a couple daughters, okay? Mm-hmm. Imagine if you found out that, I'm not trying to diss anything. This is just a hypothetical. Mm-hmm. Imagine if you found out that your brother was doing this with one of your nieces. How would you feel about that?
Well, I wouldn't be happy, but they can do what they want to do. I don't. I mean, I actually have the opinion they can do. They should be able to do what they want to do. I should be able to talk about it though and say that I'm not. Don't support it. I'm not down with it. It doesn't look natural. And this could just be a kid that There's a lot to unpack with this. I don't think we're going to even unpack it all. But the kid doesn't even look like that she wants to do the video. So why do you have a kid on a video that you're posting for the world to see? I don't know what happened here.
I don't. If I'm a conspiracy theorist, but doesn't it almost for some reason seem like that the kid was talked into it?
Yeah, into the video. Yeah,
not the video, into doing it as a whole, everything.
Into doing the testosterone.
Yes, doesn't it almost seem like that?
Oh, I mean, overtly seems like that, and the mother is just. It's just weird how she's acting and pushing it, and oh man, it's tough to watch. And then to say you want a studly beard like your father or your dad.
You want a studly beard like your dad? Yeah. You're gonna be so much hotter than him.
I think
You're gonna be so much hotter than him. She's talking about the father.
Oh God.
I'm gonna keep it like shorter, so not quite as.
She's creepy.
Cute, stubbly, like a.
Not quite that short. Not like here.
Yeah.
Clean.
Clean. I dig it. It's a hot look. Yeah.
It's gonna be really hot.
You are gonna be really hot.
This
It's
has
really
to be
exciting.
fake. This has to be fake.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I know it could be fake, but if who fakes a video like that? Like, why would you fake a video like that?
I can't.
I mean,
if a woman's saying that she wants her daughter to be hot like her husband,
I don't know what's going on here. Here's a follow-up video that I like. This person, I do the same thing sometimes. Put a close-up on the person.
it's her eyes.
Yeah, here we see case 4 of smugly Tourette's. No, her uncontrollable facial expression as it rapidly twists and contorts into various smugly variants. Its highly contagious nature is evident in the mimicked facial expression of her daughter. Please pray for this family. And I'm just going to play the...
Any good things?
Look at her face.
Any effects? Anything changing?
Not really.
Wow.
Any high points? Any good things?
It's just one of the, I don't know. I don't want to say too much more about it, but
If this is real, that woman is pure evil.
and just looking at her face, man, it looks like we're dealing with evil. But I did actually, you could say, Ray, that I took a trip to hell last night. You could say that. Ray's like, what? Cowboys. So I actually went to the Pantera show last night.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you meant by that.
Ray's like, where are we going? Cowboys from Hell, the Pantera. Now, my wife is a metal person, and I'm a music lover.
I'm a huge metal fan.
Ray's a huge metal fan, man. If we were in the same area, we would have all been at the show rocking. And I just love music. I don't know their catalog that well. My wife put me on to metal in 2013.
Oh, you gotta. When you listen to Pantera, first album you have to start out with is Vulgar Display of Power. Then after that, move on to Far Beyond Driven.
Yep. And so I'm on Vulgar right now, and I know some of the songs on there, Rise and Walk, and so a couple of the other ones. Those are that's the album I know the best. But here's just a little short clip from the show, man. They were a lot, man. They were creative. If you don't know Zach Wilde, because Dimebag Darrell obviously passed away tragically.
And Zach Wilde was actually Dimebag's best friend.
I didn't know that. Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Was it you or your wife that took this video?
I took this video.
Oh.
Yep,
my mistake. So what was it? You or your wife?
No, I took it. I took this video. She took some pictures. She didn't take many video. I didn't, because it was dark in there, so I didn't know if it was going to come out okay. They came out pretty decent, just to show I was there. But here's a little taste of it.
Thank you so much. Zachariah.
That's Zach Wild on guitar there. He was jamming. I don't know if you can see there was people there crowd surfing. We didn't do any. We're too old for that. Lamb of God was there also, and they had a funny line. What's their lead guy? Is it Sam Blythe or something like that? Lamb of God, the guy was like, I'm going to need all you MFers to come out of Mosh retirement. Because everybody, most everybody there was like 40 or older around there. Older 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen them live or been to any metal concerts?
I've only ever been to one metal concert in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was good, man.
And we had to leave early because some drunk dude threw up on my mom.
Oh shoot. I did see, man, it's older people, so it's like take it easy on the drinking and all that kind of stuff, because we saw one dude who, I don't know what happened, his face was on the ground and they had to bring paramedics in. I was like, I don't know what y'all doing, but take it easy.
Well, that's what metal is supposed to be. You're supposed to go as hard as you can. That's the whole point of it. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah. Just don't end up with your cheek on the concrete is what I would hope. But they had to cart him up out of there. But everything was peace. It was all good.
Yeah. The whole point of a mosh pit is to kick each other's behind. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah, well, we had pretty good seats there. It was pretty good, and we saw a little bit of the mosh pit, but we weren't in there. I've only been in I wasn't really in one, but I've only been close to a mosh pit once ever.
Yeah, did I go through at that one concert? I'm trying to think.
That's a young person's game. That's for you, Ray.
I was a kid when that happened. Like I was like in, I believe I was in 6th grade when I went to that concert.
Yeah, that's for the young folks, man. Once you get to a certain age, those days of mosh pitting those are kind of over. But for Pantera, it's good to see them still rocking out. I mean, Phil is 55.
Yeah.
I looked up his age. He's still doing it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So props to them. I think they're going to do a tour with Metallica next year.
Yeah. Well, they're not coming to Iowa. I looked at their tour, and they're not. They're the closest they're coming is Chicago, and I obviously have no way of getting to Chicago. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is disappointing to me. So, because I've never had a chance to go see them before. Happy mosh pitting, talking great, talking good. Yeah, yeah. Osiris, did you want to? I wanted to show you that one music video, that parody someone made of like Jason Aldean's "Try That in a Small Town."
Oh yeah. I haven't seen that.
Some leftist dude tried to make a rap of it, basically trying to trash some like Jason Aldean. Like he took the song and he just put his own words in it. Like, let me bring this up right here.
Did you send that to me?
I texted to you, but yeah.
Well, yeah, bring it up. I'm trying to remember if I've seen this here.
Yeah, I don't know if you watched it. Right here.
Okay, let me see.
Come on. I want to talk to you about this because this guy is a loser. This guy is really a loser, and he doesn't even know what he's doing, really. So, yeah. So, And look, and I also disliked it too because, like, literally he's trying to clap back by saying "not in my hood." I'm talking about try that in a small town. So it's just take a look at the entire video, not just the words, but everything in the video right here.
So this is what we doing. You got 21 million views in 2 weeks. Ooh, dropping racist subliminals. Well, let me be blunt. Try to hang a brother from a tree. You gonna meet a brother just like me. This ain't nowhere down south. This Michigan, not Tennessee. Motherfuck you and your militia. I'll make your whole family miss you. Tell your wife she better value kisses, cause this might be the last time she kiss you. Around here we might fight our brothers, but best believe we'll help each other any day and any time against you racist motherfucker. Try to hang up a Trump sign, I'm gonna leave you with a slump mind. Think I'm playing with what I'm saying? Read my lips, bitch, I ain't lying. This ain't 400 years ago. We gonna give you the business, hoe. Ain't no need to talk me to death. What the fuck is you waiting for? We ain't forgot about picking cotton. Why the fuck you think I hot so rotten? I'll leave your ass wet and bloody just like a pussy when it's more than spotting. I'm gonna say this just one time. Fuck you and the Trump sign. Plus the place that you say you value was built on backs of mankind. So how the fuck is you running something when you ain't never really did nothing? A self-kill, rob and steal from the people that really done it. Woo. Not in my hood, not in my hood. I wish you racist motherfuckers would. Not in my hood.
It's so cringeworthy.
I wish you racist motherfuckers would try to come fuck with me and my homies. My homies. Come on. I'ma shoot every single gun I got on me. I hope I got my point across. The days are gone when we call you boss. From Martin Luther to Harriet Tubman. No Malcolm X, we done paid the cost. Plus, I hope you understand this. My grandpa been playing this. Told me why you let us buy guns that we better take full of bandits. Plus, he told me that the time will come that I'm gonna have to shoot everyone. So stay prepared and don't be scared of Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Not in my hood, not in my hood. I wish you racist motherfuckers would. Not in my hood, not in my hood. I wish you racist motherfuckers would try to come fuck with me and my homies. My homies. Come on. I'ma shoot every single gun I got on me. Not in my hood, not in my hood. I wish you racist motherfuckers would. Not in my hood, not in my hood. I wish you racist motherfuckers would try to come fuck with me and my homies. My homies. I'ma shoot every single gun I got on me. Gemini Ramon, OG, has spoken.
And you see a painting of Obama back there. So,
yeah. So everybody's trying to get on board, get on that algorithm. How many views did they get?
And this thing has 13,000 views and 744 likes to 1.3 thousand dislikes.
Yeah, so that worked. So if you have 1,000 subscribers and you got 13,000 views, that's what he was doing it for.
And I and I commented on this guy's post, and he replied to me.
Oh, really? What did he say?
Yeah, what I said was, "See, buddy, you don't even have any arguments to back up what you're saying. You're just proving Jason Aldean right." Because he was saying things to a different guy up here, and he was calling him racist. And I told him, "You have no arguments to back you up." And his response to me was, "Oh, I need to back what I'm saying is the truth, and that's what I'm speaking." No, it's not. He's not. What truth was he speaking?
Yeah.
and then I replied back, and he hasn't responded since. But what I said was, "What evidence do you have to show that what you're saying?"
Oh, I think it went out there. So your mic went out right when you were talking about. So when you jump back in, what evidence? I think I heard you come back in.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yep.
Yeah. I responded back with him by saying this. What evidence do you have to show that what you're saying is the truth? And don't pull the race card. I'm half black and I don't put up with that crap. So So and he still hasn't responded. So yeah, the dude. I don't even understand what this dude was even trying to pull with this.
I think it's an algorithm chase, and maybe he does believe it to a certain extent. It's a smart, like if from a marketing standpoint, anything that's trending for you to do a reply to it or something like that is, it's a good idea. So I think that kind of breeds that. I thought I had no problem with the song. I really have no problem, for his song. If he wants to say that, that's fine. But I have no problem with the Jason. I never really fully talked about that song. I have no problem with it.
Did you hear about Tom McDonald's new song tomorrow?
Oh no, he's dropping another one. He just dropped one.
It's going to be him, Adam, and Dax is going to be in there too.
Oh wow!
So it's going to, and the song is called "White and Black."
Okay.
So I can't wait to see that tomorrow.
Yeah, Tom McDonald's releases are pretty epic. The last one he did was dope. The one where they were on the tank or whatever. I forgot the.
No, that was the one before the last one.
Oh, what was the last one?
I forgot the name of it.
Oh, he dropped another. Oh, is he doing them like every couple weeks now? Wow, I usually know his.
The last song he did was called. Wait, no, it was posted on Adam's channel. Let me pull that up.
Oh, okay.
You may not have seen it.
No, I have not seen that. No.
It's called Your America.
Yeah, that's the one where they're on the tanks, right? Or no?
The American Flags was the one where they were on the
tank. Your America. Which one is that? Do we want to listen to that?
Sure. No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we can just hang out. I've covered all the topics I want to here. So what's it called? Your America?
And Your America. I got it pulled up right here.
Oh, you already got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's bring it up.
Yeah.
I have not seen this. Let's go.
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists because our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom. Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is. The complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. I'm not Republican, but keep it 100, they making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives Matter. They think white lives matter less, and LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting World War III, we shipping missiles still. They don't want America great, they want it miserable. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America.
You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America. I'm hearing words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered like. Who's concerned, not the left or the right? Hope you ready for the fight, coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested, the current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids get molested, pedophiles all get protected, and you can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee. And you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree. I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man. I'm pretty sure I never really understand.
You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America.
You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
You told us we're the ones to blame. You're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. You told us we've been spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. You told us we gotta stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. You told us we're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true. You can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America.
You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's good.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, another good release from Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Ike Martman likes it. Your America Live React.
Yeah, my favorite ones are that he's made. My favorite one he's made was No Lives Matter. The ones I like after that are between Sheeple, Snowflakes, and Brainwash.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my favorites after those ones.
I like them as a pairing. I like Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun together. They're really good.
Yeah. Also, People So Stupid. I like that one. Love that one as well.
Yep. My favorite. What was the? I forgot the name of it. The first one that they did, Tom and Adam. I think that was the first time they'd worked together. That was my favorite one by far.
New World Order.
New World Order. That was my favorite one. That was my joint.
I love that one.
Yeah, Adam's verse on that is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I heard that verse, I was like, "Who is that?" So see, that one was good, but it's not like and every song is not going to be like out of the park dope. I liked the American Flags better than that one, but I like that they're kind of breaking up the tempo and mixing it up.
One I liked that they made was White Boys.
That was a good one. I did like that one too. Yep, I remember that one.
Yeah, yeah. But I also love Sheeple. I love that one.
Yeah. It looks like they dropped the Tom McDonald one. I don't know. I see some not a video with it, but I see some audio with it. But we'll probably check that out for another one. But that's all I had. Ray, you have any other topics? Anything you want to break down? Or promote? You can put the link. Let me put the link back in there for the. Let's bring up your T-shirt again if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Ray got a new T-shirt. Support. Bros can't do this without a little bit of change.
Yeah.
So let's support. I'm gonna go to our private chat and put that in there.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, I still need to hit you up on that proposal I sent you. We should get our own. We should create a little website where we have all of our archives together in one.
Yeah, we can work on that. You know, with AI, we can play around with AI. I love doing that. They can make websites for you. It's not as hard as it used to be. So we might play around and try to do something like that. Yeah, we got to do a meeting on that, and we want to start dabbling in Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
Why haven't we not dabbled? I've never done I've been in one. I actually talked with Harry Sisson and Chris Lowley or Maury.
You talked with that loser.
Yep. They were doing. It was actually not a bad space.
That's the. Speaking of Harry Sisson, that's my reply to him. That's the comment that Jimmy Dore liked that I sent.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yep, I saw that one.
Because Jimmy Dore liked my comment that I said.
Yep.
I like Jimmy. Harry was saying how great Biden was. Well, he was actually not. What he was saying was how much child support does Cornel West owe, and then Jimmy replied to him saying. Talking about the inappropriate showers that Biden had with Ashley, and then my reply under that was how many of Hunter's business deals was Joe involved in, and that was the one that Jimmy liked.
Yeah, they don't reply to those; they're kind of like paid ops. But they had a good Twitter Spaces. But my point is, I don't know if we can do it on like a show. We just do it separately. We just do a Twitter Space one day.
Yeah. When I'm talking about get a website too, our own little daily water, but populism. You have your own section, I have my own section. Maybe we can get a few others to come in and join in as well.
Yeah, we'll do a working session on that. Play around with artificial intelligence, man. I haven't used it to create websites, but the people are using it to create apps and websites. When you don't know how to code, you can't really do it. It's really impressive. I've been dabbling with it. You saw me. Actually, you actually were probably the only one that saw me do this live on air. The Yay drop.
Yo, this is Yay AI. I love the guy with the funny mustache. I meant this dude Osiris. Middle mega.
So just playing around with it. It's kind of stupid, but this.
How did you create your regular website then?
I had a developer make that. I have no idea. Yeah. I can't do website stuff. It's
we could have it. We had the same thing be done that way again.
We could. It's expensive though. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not thousands or anything, but it's. I mean, it's a little bit of money. So, yeah, we have to talk and see. I would like to do something that is streamlined. You can tweak because I can't really tweak mine easily because I don't even know how to code or anything like that. So, if we can do it with AI, and then we can change it however we want, whenever we want.
Yeah,
that would be incredible.
Yeah, that's why I've been trying to propose to you, like we should start our own little company.
Yeah, that's something that that's like the next level of trying to do it.
And that's why I'm also proposing like we should each put together some things and buy like a little ranch somewhere, like and just have it be done there.
Yep, that would have to be down the road, but Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's basically what Tim was able to do, but that's years.
Yeah.
And Tim had a big name. He's probably who else could you look at? Jeremy from the Quarterine. He grinded. He just grinded. He didn't have a name, but just kept.
Tim became big because of Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah, I mean, he did street journalism. I mean, he was huge early in that when a lot of people didn't. Just like Luke. Luke did street journalism. They all knew each other, but yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he got on. Well, he already had hundreds of thousands, but then he got on Rogan, and he was just outstanding. The dude's recall is out of this world. So, yeah, you have to get a large stream of revenue to be doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you also, what was I gonna say? Lost track. What I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? I lost track.
Well, we're talking about the website.
I remember now. Yeah, you said that if these lockdowns come back in, you and your family are heading to the rural areas.
I don't know where, but we're not going to an area where there's going to be masks on kids and stuff like that.
And your wife already knows that?
Well, she knows it from the last time. I actually did just talk to her about it. Yeah, I talked to her actually a couple times recently. Now that it's been back in the news. I was like, remember what we talked about before, right? And so she knows. I mean, it wouldn't be easy, but she knows it wouldn't be a surprise. See, the first time the pandemic hit, it came as a surprise for most people. For me, it was a shock that the government would be, these are local state areas forcing masks on 2-year-olds. And now it's not a surprise, and it's not going to be acceptable.
Yeah, so mostly you would still be in Colorado, though?
It would be hard to say. There are rural areas in Colorado, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know where, but it would be somewhere. And I don't know how long it would take, but
yeah. Or like I've been trying to convince you, you could come up here.
It's very possible. We got family in the area, not in Iowa, but
in
over
the
there.
Midwest.
So yeah. So
Hike said something. He says he saw masks in rural Michigan.
Well, here's the thing, though. Yeah, it's not like you can fully escape it, but in most rural areas, they're not enforcing it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, you could try to escape it and then end up not being able to escape it. But yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
What were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm all ready to go. Hey, everybody, thanks a lot for tuning in. What a crazy day from the morning to the mugshot coming out. Then I heard at one point the mugshot wasn't coming out tonight. Then it did come out. Man, it was crazy. Let's leave it out with the Dilly team again. You got something else?
I just wanted to end by saying this last word, and then we'll be it. Niggas for Trump.
That's how he started. Niggas for Trump. That's just so hard, man. I don't know why it's just so hard because it's just so rebellious, Yeah. And that's what it's all about.
It's anti-establishment.
It's an anti-establishment. It's like I'll say whatever I want to say. F you. It's the right energy. Ramble Rants posted this, but it's the whole Dilly meme team, the legendary living legend memesters out here. They went at Fannie Willis pretty hard. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.
Yep. Take care.
Now, why you say is she a boat rigger? but fatty only make my lead bigger. Now why you saying she a boat rigger? But fatty only make my lead bigger. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. 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 Fanny the thought, always at the beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, talk to Waka Flock, I could really do harm. For a case, I got a lot, I could blow up the spot like a bomb. But I'm looking for the one, have you seen her? She went and put my whole team under subpoena. Diva, Friday, Felicia, abort kids and charge them on the Donald Trump and you're for bullshit. Indict Gucci Mane and chase it for some fame. She think it's all a game, for rap with no shame. She get up on TV, they all know her name. If you play in Fulton County, then you better get paid, you know why? Cause the DA corrupt, yo. From what I heard, Fatty got a baby by Mondo. And Loomis said she got a trapped house in a condo. She don't care whatever said, long as she plopped though. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. 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 13 counts, 13 counts. She getting paid to pounce. And that for 13 counts. I know somebody paying top to charge whoever he says. Another DA in the pop that handle all of his biz. You will see her at the courthouse, call her Fatty Willis. Charge another rapper cause you know she out to get us. She even charge her president if you could pay the money. Election interference done, deal for the money. She walk around looking like Track Pole with the money. She got a new week, got light pole with the money, money. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want D-Trump. We want D-Trump, yeah. It's something that you need to have. Cause when we get revenge, we gonna kick some ass. 13 counts, 13 counts. Got paid for every count, straight into bank accounts. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Now I say is she a boat rigger, but Fatty only make my lead bigger. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down. Get down, girl, go ahead, get down.
The memesters are gonna save us all, save the world, save the Constitution and Western civilization. We out.